I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in April of 2000. I had a lot of weight loss and diarrhoea and feeling very unwell. And then I had been feeling very, very tired. So in November of 2000, I was then diagnosed with autoimmune hepatitis. Because I'd been prescribed budesonide for my Crohn's disease, they said to continue with that because that was a good treatment for autoimmune hepatitis. I remained on budesonide until the birth of my daughter, when I had a very bad flare for my autoimmune hepatitis. So I was then switched to prednisolone. I think it was in sort of later on in the year of 2007. It's difficult to say really what I sort of felt was the problem, but it was a sort of a gradual progression over time that I felt that things perhaps weren't right. I had initially a little bit of weight gain, like I suppose I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't have very much weight to gain, but each time they said I'd had a flare and I needed to increase the dosage, I would always gain a few pounds, and obviously no woman wants to gain any extra pounds unnecessarily. And then I would probably say it was more of the emotional side of things, that I felt that I became very short-tempered, sort of interacting with people was a little bit harder, and I just generally didn't feel myself. One of my friends always said, "Oh, you're one of the most laid-back people I know," but I felt that, well, I'm not laid back anymore because I just want to kind of strangle people.
If we put it there.
Yeah, okay, we'll have to dig the area over, yeah. Initially, I just thought that it was just me because I had children. It's just sort of part of all the hormones settling down. But then after, obviously, the children are getting a little bit older, they're growing up, you start thinking, well, maybe it's not that, maybe it is actually the drugs. And I think eventually I decided to discuss it with my consultant for my autoimmune hepatitis. And he said, right, okay, we'll swap. And he did it there and then, and we decided that perhaps changing back to budesonide would be better. So I've been on 9 milligrams of budesonide since June of 2015, and then March of 2016 I changed to 6 milligrams of budesonide. I felt a lot more myself. I felt that the irritability was less, and I didn't feel quite as mental as what I'd felt when I'd been on prednisolone, and I just sort of felt that things had calmed down a lot more, and they didn't seem to have like any moon face or anything like that. I think I lost about sort of 2.5 kilos quite easily within a few months, and that's not with any dieting or change of diet or trying. It was just, I think, from the change of the drug. I understand why I had to be put on prednisolone. I would have preferred to have changed from it after a shorter time, and it was only through my pushing with the clinician to change that he changed it. And he's a very good clinician. He actually, the way that he likes to deal with patients, he said he deals with the patients, not the disease. And that's how he looks at everyone. He looks at, because everyone is different with autoimmune hepatitis, and you have to look at how they're responding and whether something's going to be suitable for them, because you've got to look at their lifestyle and everything else, the environmental factors, how it's going to affect them on their work. And if you're going to be put on a drug that's going to cause them too many side effects, but it makes their levels better, well, that's not working, is it? Because it's got to be about the person. It's not got to be about just the blood results. Because if the person isn't coping with it, well, what life is that?